Ladies and gentlemen, gamers, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a 3v3 unlock Quila as the Allied forces. I'm playing the British in this game, and I think every player is between 1400 to 1600 elo, so it's a solid match. But before we jump into it, I really want to explain a concept that's really helpful for me when I'm trying to analyze my opponents and pivot my own play, my own build order. So in this game, I'm opening as the British forces with Armored Battle Group, and I'm going for the Radio Net. And my goal is to get to the mid game, get the Crusader AA, and either the Churchill or the Bishop based on what my opponent is doing, based on the tempo of the game. Now, in terms of my stock build order, it's 2 engineers straight into 2 sections, a dingo, and then I'm getting to tier 2 as quick as possible so I can grab that Humber. Now, that's my opening in my mind. That's what I'm thinking when the game starts. Based on my opponent's play, I'm going to pivot my build order, right? Good players are generally going to make adjustments on the fly as you read your opponent. So my direct opponent is going to be a Wehrmacht player. He's opening with a heavy investment into tier 1. So, a lot of Grens, a lot of MGs. He's looking to zone out his lane, and he's going for Luftwaffe battle group pretty quickly. He's going, of course, for the Fallschirmpios, but really rushing towards the strafing run and the Fallschirmjägers. Now, what I'm looking for in this game, once I know he locks into Luftwaffe battle group, I know he can go one of 2 ways. He can go down to the LG40, go for the infantry reserves, and get a really efficient, manpower reduction, right? Generally speaking, if players are doing this, they're really looking for that big tempo so they can, start producing more tanks or really investing in more tier 2, tier 3 units. It just really opens up your economy. Now, on this side, if I see my opponent going quickly for the strafing runs, quickly for the Fallschirmjägers, I know he's investing his command points here, right? So I'm going for the Humber no matter what. No matter what I see, that's my build order. What I'm looking for my opponent is a pivot. So I see him investing in tier 1. Now, I don't see any tier 2 units. And this is really what I want to explain, and I really hope is helpful for new players out there or players looking for some added insight. So what I'm looking for after this, after Luftwaffe battle group, after tier 0, I'm looking to see where my opponent's going to go next. Is he going to go and get Panzer Grenadiers, right? Is he going to get Jaeger squads? 221. I'm looking for these units early on to see which tech path he took from tier 1, right? Of course he went tier 1. We know he went Luftwaffe battle group because he dropped the Fallschirmjäger or Fallschirmpioneer. So now we're looking for more key indicators for his tech path, his mindset, what he's thinking, so we can try and anticipate. So I didn't see any Panzer Grenadiers, right? So I'm thinking, okay, that's interesting. That's weird. I didn't see any Jaegers. That's kind of weird, right? So what's he doing? Well, he starts dropping a lot of these Fallschirmjägers instead. So he's not spending resources on a technology, right? He's instead investing on his units that are basically call-ins, right? So it's kind of like a tempo style play. But as time goes on, I'm not seeing any LG40s. I'm not seeing any Fallschirmjäger. I'm not seeing any Panzer Grenadiers. None of these units in the mid game. So what I decide to do pretty early on is make a pivot, make an adjustment. If he's going to keep dropping these Fallschirmjägers and he's not building any tier 2 units, it sounds like to me that he's rushing straight for tier 3, right? He's probably going to try and rush out a Panzer 4. So I have 2 options as a British player. I could dig in to tier 2 really heavily and give myself a window of opportunity, an advantage against my opponent, because if he's stalling on tier 1 with his Luftwaffe battle group, and he's ignoring this tech and investing his resources to get up to tier 3, well, that's an investment that hasn't paid off yet, right? He's spending 130 fuel, 300 manpower just on this building alone. That could be units built and developed in this mid game, but he's skipping that. So if he's investing in tech, he's going to have less resources elsewhere. If I'm not investing heavily in tier 3 like him, right, and I invest heavy in tier 2, well, I have a window of opportunity where I can leverage my advantage of having more units because he's spreading his resources thin by having units, but also in buying this tier 3, right? So I can leverage that and put on the pressure in the mid game. And that's what I decided to do. I noticed there's none of these units coming out. So after the Humber, I start to really dig in. I go for a Stuart, then I go for a Crusader AA as quick as possible, right? And I'm starting to really put on the pressure because I'm noticing that he's set on getting this tier 3 building. Now, one thing he didn't do, and pay close attention to this, he's not going for an LG40. He's really trying to rush this out. He's spending a lot of his munitions on these strafing runs, not on these LG40s. So he's low on munitions, and he's desperately trying to rush. So what you want to do is you want to really put on the pressure. You want to really invest here and leverage that advantage, because even if he gets out 1 Panzer IV, if you have, you know, anti-tank guns, if you have Stuart, AT nades, if you've invested in all this tech and he's staying really lean and trying to be greedy and get up to this higher tier, you have a window of opportunity to really put a lot of pressure on him and force him to be reactive and make decisions he might not want to make. So the other thing you can do is say, okay, he's skipping tier 2. He's going heavily invested in Luftwaffe battle group. He's purchasing this tier 3 most likely. So what I could do is I could skip tier 2 as well, and I can rush up to tier 3. Because I know he's skipping all of this, I know he's not going to have the kill power to just wipe me out if I'm a little bit vulnerable. So I can also tech up to tier 3. So I can match him tier 3 for tier 3. So it's kind of a stalemate in the mid game. Nothing's happening too much. And you both are teching to tier 3 to try to get out your late game tech. That's another option. That's not my play style, but it is a very viable thing that I do from time to time. So guys, I really hope this was helpful, but without further ado, let's jump into the match. We have 2 DAC opponents, one's center.
A new infantry section is ready for battle.
My Discord won't launch.
Position taken. Sappers receiving orders. Time for a sandbags.
What does that mean?
Got anything less degrading for us? What's Jerry's is ours. Sappers, little stroll into Jerry's line. Nothing to worry about.
All right, let's take some ground.
Okay, what do we got up top? Another DAC player. So we have the Wehrmacht player on our side. The bottom here. I would assume.
Sappers, reported. You heard the boss. Sandbags.
So Berciaries, and then Wehrmacht center as well. Okay.
Quiet down. Listen up.
Let's go ahead and try the dingo. It will help me to just get up on the front line quick as possible. Really slow start by me. Did not play that properly. Kind of want to get in this building. Maybe this one to start. Let's go around here.
A dingo recon vehicle has been made ready.
You might have another MG around here.
Tidy.
Okay, we got in that building first, which is really good for us.
Let's get to it.
We're getting the fuck out of here! Get out, what? Full throttle! We're going! Stand, come on! The terror! Over there!
Oh, wait, apparently it's better over there. We found Jerry! He's not too pleased. Off your asses!
Okay.
Orders, sir! Sappers ready! Awaiting orders! Get it, they're moving! He's dead!
We're losing a victory point.
Over there, bastards! Yeah, we're moving!
Right, we're set to go!
One ahead!
Go!
Down, lads!
Will it be, sir? War's outside! Come on!
He's firing on us! Run, Sappers!
Dingo, in combat!
Little stroke
Victory
forward.
point belongs to the enemy.
Not the best handling there, but
Dingo, in combat!
Infantry section
it is
trained
what it
and
is.
ready.
You in that position!
We hear ya!
Drive them out!
Let's get to it!
Hold the position!
No,
We gotta wait for this recce package. We don't want to get suppressed here.
They're breaking through us, yeah?
Stay out of range.
We're moving!
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
You up?
Okay, let's tack it up.
Look lively now!
Yeah, we're gonna flare first, and then drop the artillery.
Come on! We'll get there if I have to drag you myself! Oh, pipe down, you! Let's move out! You heard? Send your message! Attack! Move!
Sappers, we've got orders to move. Take
Take
cover!
Go!
Fire, yeah?
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
Get in there!
Foot down! Back!
Sir, apparently it's better over there.
Head into location. That bloody machine!
Awaiting instructions,
Ready,
sir.
all right! The fuck's find us! Down! Rifle section ready!
Awaiting orders.
Okay.
Oh, this is getting unfriendly! We're pinned! Don't get distracted!
Sappers, attack orders. Fire!
I'm gonna go for a Humber next.
Clever bastards!
I think I'm gonna go armored.
Vehicle crews can communicate via radio net, improving combat effectiveness.
Contact with the bloody enemy! Fire on the spun down, now! Ready, throw it, everyone!
Get it, Ansi! Give us orders!
Ready!
Let me get!
While it please, sir!
Get it, Ansi! Give us orders!
Can I win this fight? I think so.
We're losing a capture point.
Fucking door it! Sappers are hatching it up now! Awaiting instructions, sir! Outside! No questions!
Knights?
Now!
That means you!
Move, boys!
Okay.
Humber armored car fuel.
Yeah, these guys are gamers, man, for sure. Oh, shoot.
Orders received!
Horrible,
Yeah,
horrible,
move it.
horrible that he's a guy here.
Awaiting instruction! Cover!
Get back.
Now!
We've lost a sector to the enemy.
Outside. Now! Back!
He's gonna try and pick it off.
We got orders, lads.
It's so annoying.
Quiet down and listen up. Scout car here. Let's get rolling, lads.
Okay, we're gonna push up around the same time here.
Scout car. Infantry ahead.
Actually, we don't need an AT gun. What are we doing?
Vehicle needs a heading. Dingo, hold tight. Take your stations. We're heading out. Don't just fucking sit there. Fire back. Bombers engaging. Terror up. Bombers cover shifting. Humber moving. They called it transport. It's yours. Hold tight.
Okay.
Pushing on enemy ground. Armored come go. Go back up. Back us up. Hey, we'll risk it for a biscuit.
15 CWT truck rolling in now.
We're captured. Present to the cover. Airstrike. Humber's got a fire on his head. Keep your head down.
Oil engine on,
Hey.
sappers!
I'm lagging really bad.
Oh, this is getting unfriendly.
Unfortunately.
We're pinned. Gear up and move on that point. He's dead. What a beauty. Backfire. Dingo, of course we can handle it. Let's move out. We'll get there if I have to drag you myself.
Alright, well played.
We're losing a strategic point to enemy action.
Patch you up! Repairs done! Getting to work.
I need 60 for this.
Shouting ahead. You fucking pacifist now. Fire! Armored car. Looking for going. Dingo under enemy fire. Armored car. Terror. Rain hell on those bastards. Of course we can handle it. Always eager to serve. Send your message. Armored car. Looking for trouble. Quiet down and listen up. We're winding them off. Right, move!
Just gotta be a little careful here.
Patch you up!
A victory point is being overrun.
You wankers will.
I need 60 munitions desperately.
See the other guy.
Make a decision. Boys, follow! Engine damage.
A munitions point is being overrun. Victory point is in enemy.
Oh my god, he got my engineer as well. That was well played.
Pinned. Keep your heads down. Armored car.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
Vehicle ready.
Sappers are patching it up now.
A victory point is being
Let's flare,
overrun.
just so we get an idea of what's going on over here.
Cover his position.
We're losing a munitions point.
Take this down your gullet, you bloody machine gun. Get out of his range. Reloading. Take your bloody heads down.
Is it load bearing?
On those
Then it's
pistols, you
this.
shit! We've got a fucking number! Mother bastard!
We need a mortar.
Oh, this is getting unfriendly! We're pinned! I think we're up, lads.
Let me guess.
Finally, we can get a medic
Present, shut your mouth.
station here.
Vehicle needs a heading! Come on, the replacements are here! Let's move about!
Stewart tank available on lead lease. Water tube and crew are available.
Sappers!
Head into the location!
Patching it up now.
We're losing a victory point. The beggars are threatening a victory point.
Sappers!
The enemy enemy has our victory point now.
Let's get
Victory
repair
point
kits for
under
this.
enemy control. We're losing a munitions point to enemy action.
Sappers headed, sappers.
Alright, we're chilling.
Sector
We
lost.
just gotta play it
Repeat,
safe.
Sector lost. The beggars are threatening a victory point. Sector overrun. The enemy has it.
Okay, let's push up. And we're gonna be going for a Crusader as well.
Well, come for you, yeah?
Go! Pay attention! Promotion! Rifle section, you wankers! Wehrmacht! Attention!
A victory point is being overrun.
Nice.
Anti-air. Victory point lost. The enemy has control.
Sappers reporting. Position taken.
Just slowly push this guy out here. He's a good player, so we gotta just be smart about it.
We have vehicles on standby.
We're gonna go for an anti-tank next because he's gearing up. He hasn't spent any fuel yet. He's gearing up for a big armor push. We don't see any anti-tank, so it's a good indication he might have went for tier 4.
Fucking bitches, David. We're taking that.
Oh, snares are inevitable here.
Here we go.
Okay, let's just... We're playing real slow, real cautious this
The enemy
game.
has 300 points remaining.
There it is. I needed my AT a little bit sooner.
Anti-tank crews are on standby for orders.
We gotta just back up here. Let's take 18 aids.
Repairs finished.
That's what we're gonna
Grenades are
need.
being distributed to the men.
Listen up, gents. Orders here. Ready barrage. Hey, chicks. Eagle, you go.
I haven't been able to help my team too much. Normally I'm a lot more active, but feeling a little rusty
Yes. We should see the other guy.
with the Brits.
They still have 250 points left. Commander, rifle
US,
sections have been granted grenades.
Weapon
as
support center,
requested.
interesting.
What is it, load bearing?
We're losing a victory point.
Okay, let's go ahead and flare out here. If I see orange on the minimap starting to push my teammate, then I can push him.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
Come on, ladies. What we done? Cross parade on that mark. When you're ready. Get to cover, you fucks! You wait enough, Wehrmacht!
We're losing a victory point. Victory
Let's bomb
point
that guy
lost. The enemy has control.
What is this thing doing going backwards?
Victory point is in enemy.
I'm gonna get some nades on this tank if I can.
We are losing territory. The beggars are threatening a munitions
Sappers! Straighten up! Take position!
A victory point is being overrun.
just going to keep laying on the pressure here.
Victory point belongs to the enemy. Infantry! Fucking infantry!
Oh, this is getting unfriendly! We're
Okay, we're fine here.
Take move these bastard holes!
Alright guys, our opponent started to tap out at this point, but I really wanted to use this video to encourage you guys to read your opponents, to start paying attention and taking notice of their tech options, their unit choices, their battle groups, and try to anticipate exactly what they're thinking, what they're doing, what their game plan is. And I really do feel like the British have some interesting advantages that they can leverage against the Wehrmacht in the mid-game, especially when they're being really greedy, as you saw in this scenario. So guys, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.